Hello, welcome to Mindfulness Yoga. I am so grateful to have you here with me today. This 30 minutes yoga flow helps you to connect with your mind, body, and spirit. So, find a comfortable space and let's begin. What are 3 things you are grateful for? In prayer hand, let's be grateful for 3 things. I am grateful to myself. I am grateful for having air to breathe. I am grateful for beautiful nature. In this pose, kneel and sit on your knees. Lean forward and rest your forehead on the floor. Focus on your breathing. Walk your upper body to the right side of the mat. Stretch. Then move on to the left side and stretch. Reach your arms up and overhead and interlace your fingers. Now go backward as far as you can. Don't force. Now come back and let's do arm spinning. Reach your arms up and interlace your fingers and stretch. Let's move on to revolve sage marches 1. From a seated position, one leg is extended and the opposite leg bends with the heel next to the sits bone. The opposite arm reaches around and behind the body and the palm is rotated into the earth. The rib cage is lifted and the heart is open. Opposite side. Twist your body and focus on your breathing and breathe out. Now we are doing head to knee pose variation. Avoid stressing the ankle joint and try to head to your knees. Don't force it. Focus on your breathe in and opposite side. Now seated forward bend 1 and stretches the spine, shoulders and hamstrings. Now your move is reverse plank. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears as you lift your hips and torso toward the ceiling. Stay a few moments. Reverse tabletop. Slowly begin to lift your hips and press your chest upward. Avoid dropping your head back. Instead, keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Hold for several breaths. Then slowly release your hips back down. On tabletop pose, let's do donkey kicks pose, also side kick. Now your flow is trigger pose. It's a fun pose and, as with all back bends, helps to release tension and boost endorphins, both of which are effective anxiety relievers. Release and move on to balancing tabletop pose. Breathe normally and maintain this pose for as long as you can comfortable. Switch leg and repeat the flow. Our first downward dog, all inverted poses where your heart is above your head, encourage blood flow and serve to both energize and calm your body. Step to the right leg forward. Inhale to warrior 1 and exhale warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Stay in the pose for about 3 breaths. Now move on. Extended side angle. Hold for 3 to 5 breaths. And shift it to extended triangle pose. Release this pose and opposite side warrior 2. And reverse warrior. Hold few moments. Now move on to extended side angle pose, and here you can feel the stretched gluteal muscles. Triangle pose variation, bent knee yoga. Release and create your own unique lizard pose. Twist to your lizard pose by rolling onto the outer edge of your front foot and placing the same side hand on your front inner thigh. Apply pressure outwards to open your hips more deeply. Now move on to lizard pose with quad stretch. It's really nice twisting pose. Release and do lizard pose variation. Repeat on opposite side. Focus on your breathe in and breathe out. And let's do lizard pose with quad stretch. You can also reach the same side hand back if it's more comfortable. Frog pose variation. It can help with stretching the inner thighs and hips, as well as improving overall flexibility and range of motion. Release. And now we are doing squat. Squat side stretching. Breathe in and breathe out. Opposite side. Now move on to Malasana to Chaturanga Dandasana and Cobra. Let's do side plank. Press down to the right hand and raise your left hand. Keep your lower belly engaged and your tailbone long. Look up to your hand. Build up to stay in the pose for 5 breaths. Repeat on the other side. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, 3-leg downward facing dog with hip opener. One leg reaches up toward the sky And try to touch knee to elbow, up and down, and opposite hand also. Repeat on the other side. It calms the brain and helps relieve stress and mild depression, energize the body. So keep practicing. Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra, Bow pose. It opens the chest and front of the body while expanding the hip flexors. It's a deep back bend. Release. Broken wing. This is a wonderful pose that opens the pectoral and bicep tissue. Hold a few moments. And opposite side. Release and move on to high lunge pose. This pose improves balance and stability while strengthening the leg, glute, arm, and core muscles. Bound extended side angle pose. It's build flexibility in upper body, arms, and shoulders. It will also quickly tone your hip, butt, and thighs. Focus on your breathe in and breathe out. And back to high lunge. Exalted crescent lunge, twist on the knee. Inhale and exhale. Release. Opposite side high lunge. Inhale and exhale. Low lunge. Exalted crescent lunge, twist on the knee. Inhale and exhale. Release. Now we are doing bound extended side angle pose. Focus on your breathe in and breathe out. Let's move on to wide leg forward bend pose. Hold few moments. Focus on your inhale and exhale. Release and do a 90 by 90 hip stretch and switch. At the same time, right knee and left knee into the mat. A great stretch for both internal hip rotation and external hip rotation. From the half squat, sit towards one side and take support by interlocking the arms around the leg and stretching the opposite leg out completely. Sit in bound side lunge pose. Be mindful of what you are doing now. Feel the stretch. Focus on your breathing in and release. Opposite side. Now we are doing tree pose. Bend your right knee and place your right foot on the inside of your left leg, either above or below your knee joint. Your knee is pointing out to the side. Leg chair pose. Focus on your inhale and exhale. Opposite side. One-legged chair pose improves core strength and balance, opens the hips and strengthens the legs. Downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Begin by coming into three-leg downward facing dog. Reach your right arm alongside your ear as you would in side angel pose, spinning the pinky side of your hand down toward the floor. Focus on your breath in and in exhale to come out of the pose, you can move into the low lunge. Repeat on the other side. Three-legged downward facing dog to side angel pose. Low lunge. Now your posture is pyramid pose, stimulates the abdominal organs, improves posture and senses of balance, calms the brain, stretches the spine and the shoulders, the hips and the hamstrings. Repeat on the other side. Hold for a few moments. Inhale and exhale. Release and let's move on to frog pose. This pose is a hip opening posture that gets very intense very quickly. On an inhale, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head forward. Hold few moments. release. Wide leg forward bend. Step your feet apart wider than your hips, toes turned in, heels out slightly. Drop the crown of your head down and relax your neck. Let's move on to Goddess with Cactus Arms. From Goddess, bend your elbows out wide to create a 90-degree angle with your arms. Actively engage your shoulders and release them down and away from your ears. Now, Goddess on toes. Lift your heels as high as possible. Now we are doing Utkatasana. From a standing position, the feet are together and the knees are bent and the weight of the body on the heels of the feet. The arms are lifted up toward the sky with elbows straight and the biceps by the ears. The gaze is forward. Now, mountain pose on tiptoes. Hold few moments here. Release and plank pose variation. Downward facing dog leg twist. Inhale and exhale. Cobra. And side twist. Here you can feel the stretch in your side body. Our final posture is Savasana. Lying on your back, let the arms and legs drop open. With the arms about 45 degrees from the side of your body, make sure you are here comfortable. Close the eyes and take slow deep breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Be mindful where you are now and stay in present. Let's do breathing practice. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you for joining me today for this yoga practice. I hope that you found it beneficial for your body and mind. Stay healthy and happy. Much love. Namaste. Please subscribe and thumbs up. If you have any queries, please put them in the comment box. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Bye. Take care.